Hey you guys, so today I'm going to be cleaning my oven top and bottom, but I wanted to go ahead and clean it to show you guys something that you might not have known about your own oven. So first order of business is to remove all the rags in the oven. So I'm not 100% sure if you guys knew this or not, but if you look at your oven, you're going to see screws two on the left and the right side. You can actually remove these screws from your oven in order for you to clean the glass. Now, something else that I plan on doing in the future is taking that glass and taking it to a store and replacing it with a much darker stained glass, just so that way when my oven is turned on or off, you can't see inside of the oven, so that way I'm not kind of forced to have to clean my oven when I don't feel like cleaning it, because you cannot see what's in it. Now this part right here is going to need a little bit of TLC, because once you remove this piece of glass, the door is not going to be as heavy and it's going to want to slam. So please, with ease, take the glass off. And as you can see, my door is wanting to slam right now. So just, if you can have some help, get some help. If not, please be careful. Here we go, you guys. So this is the exciting part. So if you look at the glass, you can see some of that food crud at the very top brim. So what I'm going to do is, again, you're going to have to take the screwdriver and unscrew another little latch that's actually holding the glass piece together. Once you're able to remove that piece, you can actually go ahead and start cleaning those doors, or if you want to replace it for a darker stain, which is what I'm going to end up doing later, not right now, but you can go ahead and remove it and clean it. Okay, so here is the glass removal. Please ignore my face, because even though I do this, I still get a little bit grossed out by it, but just ignore my face. So now I'm going to go off and wash it. So all you're going to need for the wash is some hot water and a little bit of Dawn. If you let the water run long enough against the glass, it's actually going to break down the food particles without you having to use so much chemical. The Dawn definitely goes a long way. Now, one thing that I can say is I'm using the hard part of the soap scrub. I wouldn't use it because it did do like hairline scratches on there, so just to protect your glass, I wouldn't do it. But because I know I'm going to replace mine probably within the next 6 or 7 or so months, I'm not really making a big fuss about it. But for your safety, I would use a microfiber cloth, and I would boil just a little bit of water, and every so often dip the cloth into that hot water and just lightly do that, and it will break up the food on the glass. Now that is a huge difference from how it looked when I took it out the oven originally, you guys. This is amazing. Like, everything's gonna be super clean and super nice looking. I absolutely love this. I hope you guys are able to clean your ovens and take your doors off and clean the glass. This was like a major help right here. Of course, I'm just going to screw everything back together, and I'm going to put the doors back, and then I'm going to start with the inside. I'm going to repeat the same steps with the bottom door also, but I'm not going to show that part, but just know the same steps is going to be repeated again. So make sure the glass is securely placed back, and then you're just going to put it back down on the door, and you're going to screw everything back. This should be really easy. There's only really 4 parts: the door, and then, well, technically 5. It's the door and then the 4 screws, and you should be perfectly fine with getting it back together. If you need to mark it with a piece of tape so you can know what you're doing, feel free to do that also. Now what Whatever you decide to spray within your oven, you want it to be an oven-safe product, which is what I'm doing now. I'll put the name down in the description bar of what I'm using. Pretty much all I want to do is break down the particles of food that's been left in there, because once I get done with this, I am going to turn the self-cleaner on just to get whatever I miss. That way I'm guaranteed that the oven is 100% clean and to my liking. So you're going to want to spray and then lightly scrub the oven. Unfortunately for me, within the first week of having the oven, I made the mistake of adding some aluminum foil at the bottom of the oven, and it just melted and infused with the oven. Please don't do that. That was the most stupidest thing I could have ever done. I know better now. It was a major accident, but I'm letting you guys know, don't do that. Don't do it. Please don't do it. Do not forget to scrub and clean the outside of the doors and around the perimeter outside, because every now and then, even if you don't see it, sometimes there is a little bit of food residue or even whatever. Just make sure you just look all over the oven. So here I am repeating the same steps in the second oven, and again just spray it down, scrub it, and then after this process here, I am going to turn on the self cleaner for the oven for about an hour each, up and down. So now I'm going to set the oven for an hour and a half to be on self-cleaning mode. Now I'm not sure how you guys' oven work, but because I have two, I have to do the bottom for an hour and then do the top, or vice versa, in order for it to work effectively. So here's a Scrubbing Bubbles Max grease cleaner that I've been using to clean the oven. While the oven is on the self timer, I'm going to go ahead and clean the racks. That way, when the oven is done, I can just go ahead and put them back in. For this, I am going to be using the spray, but I'm also using an SOS pad. It is so much easier on breaking down the particles of food on there. Okay, you guys, so here is the clean and all done oven. Again, you can see where that aluminum foil kind of fused in with the bottom of the oven. Now, I do this process probably like once a month because I do use my oven quite a bit. But look at the door. Oh my God, that thing is so shiny and pretty. It looks semi brand new. For the oven to be a year old, for the house to be a year old, I still feel like everything is in really, really good condition still. And there goes the bottom. Now, the bottom one looks brand spanking new, like as if I've never used it. But again, I apologize. It was an accident. But hey. So the last thing that I'm going to do, you guys, is take this Wiseman stainless steel cleaner, and I am going to clean the outside door of the oven. As always, I hope you guys found this cleaning video very helpful. I hope that you guys incorporate this in your cleaning routine within your own home. And as always, please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, and definitely share. Thank you so very much. You guys have a great weekend.